Welcome everyone, and it's time for Duel Caster number 3. We haven't done this since halfway January. Yay. Alright, so it is Scareboy in the red against Conjo in the blue, and I have a feeling that they're speaking Spanish, so I don't have a clue what they're talking about. But I'm not here for seeing what they're saying, I'm here to see what they're dueling like. Conjo starts. Set monster, set card, nothing too fancy. I notice he has 44 cards in his main deck, which is somewhat unusual. However, it is fine if he or she feels like 44 cards works best for the deck. Starts with a reckless greed immediately in the draw phase of the opponent, making me think that they really want that to go off, and not get night beamed. Scareboy seems to be playing Fabled, so I haven't played Fables in quite some time here. I'd have to reread some of the effects. Yeah, you can discard a Fable to special summon Nozuchi, and then when you have a Fabled on the field, you can discard Grimrose to add a new Fable to the hand. Kushano, I remember, is a great card to start off with, to get it in the graveyard, because then from the graveyard you can add it back to your hand with effects. Now, it is also a tuner, and with level 2 Nozuchi being a non-tuner, the Synchro, it's going to have to be Ragin. Yep. And when you have less than 2 cards in your hand, you draw until you have 2. So obviously Scareboy sets as many cards as possible. So likely the one card right here has to be a monster. Or a quick play spell. No, it was a monster, it was Ganasha. So monster reincarnation, Ganasha goes back, Grimro. Ganasha, because it was discarded to the graveyard, is special summoned, only it'll be banished once it leaves the field now. And now it is possible to once again use Grimrose effect to add another Fabled monster from the deck to the hand besides Grimro. So Scareboy is doing some nice Fabled combos like they're known to do. I'm still wondering what Conjo is playing. Could be Chainburn, although 4 cards left in hand with Chainburn, that's very unlikely. That if you only have Swift Scarecrows and Lava Golems, and why would you set a monster in Chainburn anyway? Right, now the Kushano activates from the graveyard, discarding a Fabled from hand to get Kushano back in the hand. Cruz, because it was discarded to the graveyard, now is able to special summon a level 4 below Fabled from the graveyard, which is going to be Grimro. So, Scareboy definitely got a strong field out here. Now let's see what Conjo's face down monster is, if we can get a good idea of what he's playing. Batteryman. Or at least Thunder? A Thunder deck, but good chance it's Batteryman. We'll have to wait and see exactly what it is. And yep, it's 1800 because Ganasha was summoned via its effect. Now I am interested to see what Conjo, our player in the blue, will do next. With Batteryman D, and already having used Reckless Greed, because normally you'd wait until your own turn to use Reckless Greed to get the extra card to work with. But maybe Conjo really wanted to make sure he got the Reckless Greed off and will not have it be night beamed, so that could be the choice. Dark Hole comes out, destroys Ganasha, Raging, and Grimro, makes a clear field almost for Scareboy. Let's see what Conjo can do with the 2 cards obtained from Reckless Greed. Doesn't seem to be too much, because even with no monsters left in Scareboy's field, Conjo still goes for the set, making me think that the draws aren't really that good. That's probably another Batteryman D or something. Second draw phase skip for Conjo, and I don't expect a lot to happen except maybe another set monster, because no new cards were drawn, and the only thing Scareboy did was set a monster as well, so I don't expect Conjo to suddenly go on the offensive. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Yes, it is indeed another set monster, and it is the other card that was drawn by Reckless Greed. So, probably during this turn with Scareboy, we're going to find out what it is, and out comes Magical Merchant, picking up sending card from the deck to the grave until you get a spell or trap. The first one is immediately a spell or trap. Magical Merchant is not in attack mode, however, although it doesn't really matter. Ah, yes, my favorite play in Fabled Unicorn. If you have equal cards in hand, Unicorn negates the effect of any spell tap or effect monster and destroys it. Important, this is not a quick effect that chains. This negates upon resolution. It is a continuous effect that negates. So it cannot be stopped by Divine Wrath. It cannot be stopped by, I don't know, anything that negates monster effects like Divine Wrath or anything like that. It is even able to negate Solemn Warning, because it happens upon resolution and it is not a chain. So Shining Angel cannot even activate its effect because Fabled Unicorn is going to negate it anyway. So we'll have to see what Skirboy is going to do next. Maybe place a face down, but with Unicorn on the field. That's nice control right there. Face downs in a Unicorn build of the Fables are usually cards like Legacy of Yatagarasu, Reckless Greed, Phoenix Wing, Wind Blast. Cards that make you able to Magic Drain as well. Cards that allow you to alter your and your opponent's hand size to make sure that Fabled Unicorn's effect works properly. Kanjo now has 4 cards in hand, so now Kanjo would be able to resolve card effects. However, if Kanjo would activate, let's say, Dark Hole hadn't been used yet, he'd now activate Dark Hole from the hand, then that would be negated by Fabled Unicorn, because by playing Dark Hole, there's only 3 cards left in the hand. Kanjo is now looking through the extra deck to see what kind of options are available to him, because with Fabled Unicorn on the field, that is definitely an annoying monster to face. Fable aren't the strongest deck out there, we know that, but Fables are definitely a force to be reckoned with. They can combo up very nicely if you start with a nice hand. If you don't, then too bad. But if you start with a nice hand, you can do some nice combos like Skirboy showed, and if you can get into Unicorn with some control cards, that is very nice as well, because you can just negate any card effects that start a chain. Then Batteryman AA comes in and attacks Unicorn. Honest activates, and by discarding it, that makes for an unequal amount of monsters. And Mirror Force now is not able to be used because we're already in the damage step. However, Kanjo never asked, do we go into damage step, so Kanjo is not allowed to take back Honest. And I don't know why he's not taking back Honest. Let's see. Good rating, good, well, the EXP anyway. Mirror Force can't be used in damage step. Like, I realized Honest was a good play, and Mirror Force was only played in response to the Honest, so... But technically, Kanjo did not ask to go into the damage step, so then Mirror Force will be playable, but then Kanjo will be able to get Honest back, because it seems that at least Kanjo does not realize this, and Skirboy either doesn't realize it either, or is making use of the fact that Kanjo doesn't know. Which of the two it is, I am not certain about, but this is definitely putting Kanjo at a major disadvantage with Honest being gone. Because it was a very nice play, discarding Honest like that, making the hand sizes different so that Unicorn would not be able to negate it, and that way Unicorn would be destroyed. Now Cerebral's on the field with Unicorn and Kushano. 2 tuners would Synchro Summon be a good option for Skirboy later, and a set card to alter hand sizes or do something different. Only 3 cards left in the hand of Kanjo, and if one is activated, like Hand Destruction, Unicorn negates it right there and then. So cards aren't actually being discarded. Wait, Unicorn negates the effect, guys. It's not optional. Looks like they're forgetting something. Well, happens. Card is set. Well, let's just continue to see what is going on. Snipe Hunter comes out. And that's gonna try and destroy Sword of Revealing Light. And a 5 is thrown, so the card is destroyed, because only if you roll a 1 or 6, it is not. Chance of 4 and 6 that you actually get the card destroyed. And Fabled Cruise was discarded by a card right there. Unlike the Dark Worlds, which need to be discarded by a card effect, the Fables just need to be discarded, which can also be done as a cost by like Snipe Hunter, Raigeki Break, Magic Jammer, and the like. Here's a Synchro Summon with Cerebral and Snipe Hunter into a level 6 Synchro, Which one will that be? We've seen a level 4 Unicorn, level 5 Ragin. Here comes Iron Chain Dragon. You don't really see it used too often because it's not really a great card. However, it is the only level 6 Dragon Synchro, I believe. No, Orient Dragon is another one. But Iron Chain has a little more attack, so that's why some people play Iron Chain Dragon over it. And I'm saying Dragon type because of Debris Dragon having to go into Dragon type synchros. That was a duel between Skirboy's Fabled deck, who Skirboy was able to definitely combo very nice and keep the control with Unicorn. Conjo lost with the Batteryman. Some minor issues, but I hope that through this I was able to explain some rulings regarding Unicorn and Honest Mirror Force damage step, and that you have to ask the opponent to go into damage step before you actually do. Right, guys, this was Duel Caster number 3. I have no clue when I'm going to do the next one, but you're going to have to wait and find out. I'm going to keep on working on Yu-Gi-Oh! Burst on my deck request. I have a good amount of work on my hands right now. And we're going to see you in the next video. Bye.